with that mighty cake, bitch, that mighty Drake. Run now. Fox 5, it's up now. You bound to die. I just woke up, got bands today. What got rest today? Pulling up with that mighty cake.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another reaction video. It's your boy Headhunter Nick, and today we have the college football 25 deep dive. So basically, like I said, I haven't really been able to make a whole lot of college football 25 content, basically because when everything drops, I'm busy. And when I say busy, I mean like for a couple days out of the week, I'm pretty much really busy. So unfortunately, have not been able to really get into the whole college football 25 like reactions and basically giving reviews and stuff like that. But we have the Dynasty deep dive, and I really felt the need to make this one because that's really what I do. Like when I was playing the old NCAA games, that was my thing, was Dynasty mode. Basically building your team through recruiting, playing all the teams on your schedule, winning as many national championships as you can, and basically taking some like no-name school and making them a national powerhouse. So that was the one thing I was interested in with this new game, and want to be able to check it out, see what it's going to look like coming up. Also, the Dirty South channel, we're also going to have our own like Dynasty league kind of deal. So if you want to be part of that, be sure to drop a comment below and we'll add you into it when the game drops. So can't wait for it. It's been 11 long years. Just glad it's finally back. And yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it and see what this Dynasty thing is talking about.
College football 25, back for another deep dive. This time we're talking about everyone's favorite mode, Dynasty. Online Dynasty in college football 25 can accommodate up to 32 teams, and you can play with friends for up to 30 seasons.
Man,
today we'll take a closer.
You could play with friends for up to 30 seasons, and I didn't really get to do the whole online Dynasty thing because really I didn't know that was a part of the game. Like as a kid, I really for some reason did not know that was really a part of the game until after they stopped making the game and I found out, and basically all the servers were down by then. But really cool thing in this game, you got 32 people and play for up to 30 seasons. And like I said, on the channel, me, Zach, and Wick, we're definitely gonna have our own we're gonna have like an online Dynasty kind of deal. And hey, Dirty South Gaming might even start a whole other gaming channel, but Dirty South Gaming on the way. And like I said, if you want to be part of our league, just be sure to hit us up. And you know, we already had our social medias and stuff up in the intro and everything. So also drop a comment, leave a like, all that shit. So let's go ahead and continue.
Closer look at the new 12-team college football playoff. Okay,
so they got the 12-team college football playoff here. Ain't no way. Okay, some of these teams making it in is actually kind of crazy. Like Texas. Okay, I'll wait.
Recruiting, the transfer portal, and a ton of customization options to make your program unique. College football has seen seismic changes over the past few years. And in EA Sports College Football 25, you can experience this new landscape while building your program the way you want. The 2024 season marks the debut of the new 12-team college football playoff. And
okay, so they got the whole bracket here. This is crazy. So they got my team, Georgia. They're at the top. So they beat Miami in the first round, and we lose to Ole Miss in the second round. That is insane. Let's see. Michigan at an 8 seed going 9-4 is insane. Georgia losing 4 games is insane too. The fact that you can lose 4 games and make this playoff is absolutely crazy. But it's a video game. I don't think that's necessarily how it's going to be in real life, or hell, maybe it might be. Rice at the bottom left corner. Rice made it in as the 12 seed, and Oregon stomps them out. And then it was an Oregon-Ohio State national championship, and Oregon blows them out 42-20. That's insane.
You can play it first in the game months before the real thing. You could be the first coach to lead your school through the new
Okay, Georgia,
12
go
team
Dogs.
playoff and hoist the
What the
college
fuck?
football playoff trophy.
Did we lose? They just lost the national championship off of that, off of that one throw. That is insanity.
Recruiting
To
is the
Michigan.
lifeblood of college football. And in a world of unlimited transfers,
Oh, man,
managing your
recruiting is gonna
dynasty
be fun.
roster has never been more important. Evaluate your needs and opportunities for talent upgrades at the start of each season. The best way to build a powerhouse is to recruit through the high school ranks. So let's fill up your recruiting board. Each year, over 3,500 high school recruits are generated from all over the country, with certain regions representing real-world hotspots for blue-chip talent, like South Florida and Metro Atlanta.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's actually pretty cool. Because I am from Norcross, Georgia, so that's actually pretty cool. That we were highlighted in the game, so shout out to Norcross for real. But damn, like they got the actual like hot spots of high school football. So like Georgia, Florida, Texas, Cali, basically like, you know, places that, you know, create the most recruits, breed the most recruits when it comes to college football. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, shout out Norcross. So
Do research to find recruits that best fit your program and determine who you can realistically land. A recruit's interest in your school is decided by 14 different pitch grades like proximity to home, playing time, and brand exposure.
I swear
So
that
you'll
shit
need
made
to
me feel like a
discover how
marketing
your program's
genius.
Pitch grades align with your recruit's desires, in addition to scouting for talent. Some players have a deal breaker requirement, and if your program cannot provide, the recruit will lock you out. Deal breakers also drive a player's decision to enter the transfer portal. Monitor at-risk players and
That's
get
crazy.
one last chance to convince your favorites to stay. Track your recruits as they narrow down.
Okay, that was actually pretty cool, because that was one of the things that in the older NCAA games where, you know, at the end of the season somebody would transfer. They didn't really have a transfer portal in the game because, you know, it wasn't really a real thing 10 years ago. But, you know, it just said somebody's either going to transfer or go to the draft, and you could convince that player to stay after your season was over. You could convince them to stay for the next season and get another year in. And the recruiting deal, you know, yeah, they had lockouts and stuff like that too. And the thing I like about this is, like, I like with this game in comparison to, you know, the last games, the last iteration of games that were made, is like it's so real. The recruiting aspect is so real because recruits in real life, they have deal breakers. They have, you know, things that are just gonna make them transfer. You know, if they're not getting playing time, if they're not guaranteed playing time, if they're not getting a jersey number, you know, they'll just lock you out, so to speak, and commit to somebody who will, you know, give them that shit. So that's actually pretty cool. Another thing I like is, like, even though it is real, it's not taken away from the fact that it's an actual game. Like, you know, it's not like it's like too overly real to where it's not fun, basically, from what I'm seeing here. And it looks like it's gonna be fun, but yet very realistic at the same time, which is pretty cool, because it's like a spectrum. It's like a fine line between real and then like just video game gameplay. And I think they hit a pretty good spot there, in my opinion.
Their top schools. Pitch a prospect to gain more interest, and then set up school visits when the timing is right. It's crucial to remain in their top 10, then 8, then 5, to finally be part of their top 3. As a recruit trims down to the top 8, you can attempt to increase your appeal. If your school doesn't have exactly what the prospect is looking for, you can try to sway their opinion in your favor. Plan visits that elevate a recruit's experience, like pairing a quarterback visit with a wide receiver visit at the same time. It's
That's
crucial
dope.
to keep
That
an eye on
is
the
dope.
transfer portal when it opens in the offseason to round out your roster with talent you couldn't land from recruiting. Add portal prospects to your board just like you would with recruiting, but expect quick decisions as transfers have a shorter timeline to land a new home. Conference realignment is a hot topic in college football. And with custom conferences in EA Sports College Football 25, Dynasty is yours to control. See what a 20-team super conference might look like, or revert to the traditional conference alignment. Shape the conference size and membership and set custom conference rules, set up divisions and more. Once you've settled your conference options, it's time to select your team.
That's actually pretty cool because that was something I definitely did. Like, I used to play around with the different conferences and stuff, and put different teams in different conferences just to see how that would go. And yeah, overall, like, that was a pretty fun aspect of the game, and I'm glad that's coming back as well. Especially at a time like now, like where conference realignment is a very big topic, and it's just a lot more relevant now than it was 10 years ago, even though it was in the game back then. But like, even now, it's like, it's a real thing now. So people just moving, it's teams being moved around conferences mainly for money purposes. But hey, we get to do it for fun in a video game. So I think that's pretty cool. Another thing I noticed is, like, when you look at like the offensive schemes, they're going to be like, I don't know if y'all can see it. I hope I'm not in the way, but like in the bottom right corner, I don't remember where I set my camera thing at, but like in the bottom right corner next to the conference logo, you'll see like offensive scheme and stuff. It's got like spread. I noticed like throughout this video, there's been a lot more options than it was 10 years ago. Because before it was like, the only options were like spread, pro, option, air raid, multiple shit like that. And there's like a lot more like variations of offensive schemes now, which makes sense because college football 10 years ago has evolved since then to what we have now, and there's many more different schemes now, and the fact that they're all being added in the game is also pretty cool there too.
Begin with a highly ranked team, and
like, for example, like you just saw Mississippi State, the veer and shoot was not in the old video game, and the fact that it's in this one, pretty cool.
dominate at the top with repeat recruiting and playoff success.
Clemson with the MAC patches. Okay. Because, I remember whenever you change the team from a different conference, nothing changed at all.
Round up with a smaller program and prove you have what it takes to go from an unknown to postseason favorite. We can't talk about your dynasty without talking about your starting job. Start as an offensive or defensive coordinator and climb the ranks to head coach, or take over a program as the head coach right away. Choose from one of the 3 base coaching types to start. Your coach type will determine what coaching skill tree you start with. From there, the abilities you acquire as you progress will determine what kind of coach you develop into. Unlock additional skill trees with better abilities. Or, if you build up multiple skill trees, you can unlock hybrid trees that leverage a more diverse skill set. The coaching carousel is an important part of every coach's journey. Whether you're the head man at your dream school or working your way up, the carousel is your way of fielding offers from other programs. Head coaches in Dynasty can actively manage their coordinator positions. So if one of your staff takes a job elsewhere, or you decide to cut ties for other reasons, you can use the carousel to replace them. Remember, even the greatest coaches need support, and every coach has a unique skill tree. It's important to think about how you want to build your staff, whether that's doubling down on your existing strength.
Yeah, like the other games, they had like the whole, like, you can fire your coaches or whatever, but the fact that you can start as like a coordinator, work your way up, and then this whole deal that we're seeing on the screen now, like the coaching abilities, the fact that that's in the game, it just shows the evolution of not only video games, but you could tell they put a lot of time, effort into this game. I mean, hell, they had 10 years, but you could tell that for once EA listened to us.
Out your benefits or seeking out balance for a well-rounded staff. Choose wisely. The decisions you make here will matter to your program's success and your coach's progression. The benefits of coach talents are stackable. So if your head coach and defensive coordinator have the same ability, the impact for that ability will be greater. Well, that's it for today's deep dive into Dynasty mode in EA Sports College Football 25.
Man, I saw a lot of good in this video, especially the Dynasty part, because like I said, that was my favorite part of the video games growing up. You know, creating dynasties, taking, you know, bottom of the barrel teams, rebuilding them and turning them into national powerhouses. That alone was fun. Now there's like so many different added structures to it, to where it's like, man, this is actually gonna be more fun than I imagined. And yeah, I really can't wait, man. Like I said, you know, last time the game came out, I think I was, you know, starting middle school. Last time the game came out, or I wasn't starting middle school. I was in middle school, yeah. The last time the game came out, and look, I'm damn near graduated college now, so it's like I'm glad that the game is back out. A lot of fun to play. One of the more, like, it was my favorite video game franchise ever growing up. Never got to really play Revamped because just didn't necessarily have the setup to play it, but I'm just glad the game is back out. And from the looks of it, it looks like it's even better than anybody could have imagined, and looks like EA listened to us. And, you know, big shout out to the developers and even the modders who kept the College Football 14 video game franchise alive all these years. Like, if you saw in the beginning of the video, you know, you saw like a list of videos on the side that were like, you know, the related or suggested videos. I watch a lot of YouTubers that continue to play the game. You know, Uncle Sam's Reject, TNJ, Bordeaux, you know, a lot of guys out there, Hawkeyes, you know, guys like that. You know, can't forget, not the expert, but they got me through, you know, even like the pandemic, got me through the pandemic and everything. Watching their videos, you know, keeping the game alive was a pretty cool thing to see. I mean, they stretched it out for, you know, 10 years, pause. But yeah, you know, it's a good thing that not only the game is coming back, but like the Dynasty mode, my favorite part of the game, has been expanded into something great. So, like I was saying, we are going to be dropping, when the game comes out, we are going to be doing streams and stuff on here. So, once again, if you want to join our Dynasty League, hit us up and we'll add you in. And, you know, hey, we're going to be up from here. So, we're just going to be handing out ass whippings left and right. Once again, me and Zach, you know, we're probably going to stream our first game playing against each other. So, y'all be sure to, you know, check that out when that drops. So, once again, appreciate y'all support. Stay dirty, stay dangerous. See you for the next video.
In the aftermath, I'm always gonna get that text asking me what we is. Like, baby, go get some rest, cause darling, I don't wish you well. When you ain't with me, I need you sick to your stomach, it can't stand on your feet. I know it's your own, but I just gotta be honest.